What is up, guys? Private Eye Russ here. Welcome to another episode of the Private Eye Russ podcast. I'm your host, owner, operator, full service private investigation and consulting firm, criminal defense, litigation support, corporate theft investigations, background checks on individuals that you might want to spend the rest of your life with. Reach out to me at russ@privateeyeruss.com. That's russ at private, PRIVATEEYERUSS.com. Alternatively, you can send me a direct message on X. I'm there every single day, although not as much as I used to be, just because I've just been so busy for the last week and a half, 2 weeks on several client emergencies. So thank you all for sticking with me. Please bear with me. I've literally been working, 18, 19, 20-hour days. And so obviously there's not a lot of time for making videos. Some of the posts I put on X, I can do that while I'm riding down the road. Thankfully, I've got some interns that do a lot of driving for me, so I can be driving around like driving Miss Daisy. And that way I can still work and make phone calls, answer emails, and still get to the sites I need to. But also, too, I've been dealing with my mother a few days ago. Fell. She's in her 80s. She broke her hip, and she had successful partial hip replacement therapy yesterday, and so I've been helping sort that out as well too. So pray for me for strength, and so thankfully I got somebody driving for me, that way I'm not falling asleep on the road or something like that. So we're going to do a quick reaction video. Also too, please like, subscribe, share, all the rest of that good stuff. And also too, if you need personal development coaching, I can help you with that as well too, help you reach your goals. Strategic planning is one of my strong suits as well too. Again, reach out to me. Links will be in the description below. All right, so let's get into this. This was a reaction video. And so this is about a young woman British citizen who got herself in a little bit of trouble in Dubai, and we'll talk about it afterwards. Fair use.
Woman detained in Dubai was given life in prison after she was caught with 50 grams of cocaine, her mum has revealed. Mia O'Brien from Hoyton, Merseyside, was handed a 25-year prison sentence after she was found with the drugs which have a street value in the UK of £2,500. Her family issued a plea for help, saying she had never done a bad thing in her life and had made a very stupid mistake. But now her heartbroken mum, Danielle McKenna, 46, has revealed new details about her jail term. She revealed that Mia was caught with 50 grams of the Class A drug in the Middle East last October. The Liverpool University law student was convicted by a judge in a one-day hearing in July. Mia was also fined £100,000 by the court before being sent to the hellish Dubai Central Prison.
Shout out to Mia. She's, well, at least the pictures anyway, she looks very attractive. But look, here's the thing we'll talk about the Middle East. They do not play when it comes to drugs. You just can't do it, man.
Also known as Al Awir, the notorious lockup has been dubbed the Dubai's version of infamous jail Alcatraz. Danielle told the Daily Mail, "Mia feels she has destroyed her life as she wanted to be a lawyer or solicitor. I speak to her, but she can't say too much on the phone. She's just made a stupid mistake after going over to see a friend and her boyfriend in Dubai." The mother of 5 said Mia pleaded not guilty to intent to supply the drugs, but the judge swiftly ended the trial and handed her a life sentence, of which she has to serve 25 years. Danielle said, "The trial was all in Arabic, and Mia was told of the sentence later by her lawyer. She is absolutely devastated by what has happened. Mia is being really strong, but I know she is going through a living hell."
Okay, so let's go ahead and comment on this. Fair use to that, but all right, let's go ahead and tackle a couple of things. Number one, first of all, the Middle Eastern countries are notoriously strict on when it comes to crime, in particular things that involve vice. So drugs, you get caught with drugs, man, it's a wrap. You're in trouble. Some of those countries, you can actually get a death sentence. So there's that. Number two, you're in an Arabic country, so the language of the court is going to be in Arabic. They're not going to put it in, make the trial's not going to be in English to suit you. So, again, I get it. You want to know what's going on, but you went to a foreign land, you brought contraband, introduced contraband into that foreign land. They don't play around with that. They're not going to play with you. And so, and then next, the speedy trial. That's how it is over there. They're like over here, trials turn into the theater, man. Like I remember back in the days with the OJ trial and the chase, the freeway chase. They're driving at 10 miles per hour. That's supposed to be a chase, and all the rest of the stuff that went on. It's like that doesn't go on over there. And so I spent some years living in the Middle East and some of it in North Africa, but mostly in the Middle East. I actually had an apartment in the Middle East. I used to speak fluent Arabic when I lived over there. My Arabic has gone by the wayside because it's been such a long time. But when you're visiting other lands, if you have to behave like a guest. You can't go there and think, well, I'm an American or I'm British or I'm French or whatever, they're going to treat me differently. No, not over there, man. In some countries, I believe in the kingdom, and when I say the kingdom, I mean the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Um, you know, some of these things can get you a death sentence. And so 25 years in the Middle Eastern prison, what does she have to look forward to? Yeah, hell. Yeah, she's going to be living a living nightmare. She's going to be living hell. That prison is notorious for grape. So inmate on inmate grape, but also too the guards will also allegedly commit acts of grape and other atrocities as well too. So prisons in the Middle East are they're living hell from what I understand. And again, one of the guys that one of our leadership guys made us go to different executions, and so I've been to a excuse me, sorry about that. I've been to a beheading. I've been to a hanging, public hanging, but the worst is the stoning. You don't want to see someone get stoned to death, man. Holy smokes. That's just, I mean, it's just brutal. The other two are over just like that. The stoning, the one I saw went on for quite some time. I won't go into detail about it because I know you guys don't want to hear this stuff. Maybe you do, but it was brutal. So one of the countries I lived in, I had an apartment in a small island nation off the coast of Saudi Arabia called Bahrain. Shout out to people in Bahrain. I actually had at one point a Radio Bahrain t-shirt. Somebody stole it. I wish I could catch the individual who did that, but whatever. Not bitter though. Well, maybe a little bit because they're not easy to get. So the prisons over there, if you were unlucky enough to get sentenced to prison, your life was just only beginning to get more interesting. So you got you would have to have someone who cared enough about you to bring you food and water, or you would die of starvation or dehydration. They would have to bring you blankets and other things like that, or medical supplies if you got sick or if it was cold. It didn't really get cold over there. Excuse me. And the brutality of the guards was I mean, it was notorious, and so they wanted prison to be an incredibly negative experience, and from what I understand, it was. And so me myself, I actually got arrested. Well, detained is really more like it. And I made a video about it. Check it out. It's on my channel. The one and only time I ever got drunk, it was on my birthday. There was a giant fight. I didn't start the fight. Because I was intoxicated, I was the only one who didn't get away because I ran into a wall and knocked myself silly, and I wound up spending a night in jail in Dubai. Now, they didn't arrest me for anything other than they thought there was, drunkenness and whatever else going on. Nobody got injured, but I'm the only one who spent a night in jail. But if I had been guilty of a serious crime, who knows? I might still be there now. So as an American or as a Westerner or whoever you are, wherever you're going, or you're a foreigner coming to the United States of America, you have to understand the laws are different. Understand the laws. Um, her mom, okay, I get it. Shout out to her mom. She's looking out for her daughter. Oh, she made a mistake. Traveling with drugs or cocaine is not a mistake. I'm sorry, it is not a mistake. In the UK, you might get a slap on the wrist for 50 grams of cocaine. I'm not even sure. I don't remember if that's a felony amount here or not. I believe it is. But where do you think you were going? Okay, Dubai is notorious for a lot of wealth, power, and a lot of partying, but it is still a Muslim country, and so Sharia law. That's just how it goes. So respect people's laws, respect their cultures. Vice versa. If you're coming over here, respect our laws, respect our culture, and everybody gets along, and everybody gets to go home safe and sound. But anyway, shout out to this young lady. She is again being an attractive young lady as well too. Um, Attractive white lady too. Oh man, dude, it's a wrap, man. She will not get out of there the same. And there is no amount of pressure that the United Kingdom is going to be able to put on their government to make any changes. Like I said, they don't care what your laws are. They have their laws, and you have to respect them. Anyway, it's your boy Private Eye Russ. Again, like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'll be back for the next one. Let me know what you think of the sideburns of justice. A little bit itchy still. I've been doing the beard conditioner, and it works a little bit. Like, I've got a really extremely coarse facial hair, and it just stays rough and itches, man. I could sand wood with my facial hair. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.